Hi, and thank you for downloading my morning meeting PowerPoint. So this is a PowerPoint that I have used in the classroom since 2013, I think it was. So quite a long time, and I have updated a few of the graphics over time, but I find keeping it kind of simple like this is what works really well for my students. And you can add and take away pages within the slide, that's totally fine. But I know that a lot of people were asking for the template of my morning meeting. So I've put it together and it's editable, so you can add and take away things as you please. This quick video tutorial I just wanted to put together so that if you're new to PowerPoint and you're not quite sure what to do, this will hopefully help walk you through that and give you some little tech support to really make the most out of this morning meeting. So this is what you're going to have. So this is a basic template of my morning meeting PowerPoint. So it's going to take a little bit of work from you over the next maybe 5 minutes just to put this together how you want. So a lot of things are already hyperlinked, and when you use hyperlinks, you're going to want to be in slideshow mode. So this is what I use when my students are coming into the classroom. So I leave it on this good morning slide. When I'm ready to start, I'll click the arrow and that will take me to the next slide. So all these arrows are hyperlinked already. Now, if you do decide that you want to add pages or you want to switch around the links because maybe you don't want to do the counting to 10 song yet, you just want to go from who is here today to how many are here today. So to change a link, you just click the image or the text box that you want to do, click link up here, and then you can choose to link it to either a different slideshow or you can change it to a web page, file, an email address, anything like that, and then you just click OK. So because this is editable, if you don't have this font on your computer, you are going to need to either go download it or change the font, because I don't know how this will show up for you. But if you wanted to use my font, it's KG blank space solid. And what I'll do, I'll link that in the blog post just in case you can't find it, but you can search that on TPT. It's a free font, download it, add it to your computer, and then you can use this one as well. Next up, you're going to see instructions on each of the slides for what you can do. So for me, I download the videos either from YouTube or on this slide. This one is usually I use iMovie or any sort of movie maker. I download a good morning song audio file and then I insert some photos of the students to make it like a slideshow. Now, obviously I haven't included this here because I'm protecting my students' privacy. But yeah, it can take like 2 minutes on iMovie. Just drop a bunch of the photos in, add a good morning song, and then I insert that as a video into here. It takes away the need to rely on the internet just in case you have a morning where the internet is down in your school or anything like that. So that is usually a really nice way to start the day. If you don't have photos yet because it's the beginning of the school year, you can just download any good morning song video and put it on here. So I've actually attached a bunch of links here for you. So you can just copy and paste those and into your internet, download them, pop them onto this slide here. So after that, I always like to have pictures of my students and they come up to the interactive whiteboard and they have to click their face to check in for their attendance. So the way that I like to run this, I'll just show you quickly what it looks like. So when my students check in, they have to click their face and then their face spins round. So I have each of these set up. Now, I never have more than 8 students, so this slide is perfect for me, but if you have more than 8 students, you can just right click, copy and paste. Now I want to show you really quickly how to do that animation just in case you end up deleting a box or adding a box or anything like that. So you're going to click on the box. Now it's really important if you're putting a photo in as a new image, it's really important that you follow these steps because you want to get that spin-in feature going on so that they know that they've clicked their face and they've checked themselves in and they've spun round. So click the box and it's going to go to animations on the top. So I like to do spin. Now this one's already set up, so we're going to go to the animation pane. So once you've hit spin, you're going to want to make sure that you go down to the triggers, and it's usually highlighted as part of the click sequence. You're going to want to change it to on click, and then you're going to want to change it to what photo it is. So this one is rectangle 3. So you're going to want to do that each time that you insert a new photo. So let me show you a super quick example. So pretend that this here is a student photo that you're inserting. So you're going to go to animations, you're going to click spin, but now you're going to want to go to the animation pane. And when you scroll down here, you see how underneath triggers it's down as part of a click sequence. You're going to want to switch that to on click, and you're going to do it to picture 15. That's what that one's titled. So a good idea for this is when you insert your students' photos, make sure that you've renamed them on their file name. So like here to what their name is, just to make it a little bit easier. But if not, it takes seconds to check that. So then make sure you're in slideshow mode when you're doing this with your students, and then when they click to check in, their face is going to spin, and then we're going to click the next arrow to go to the next slide. So after I have done the attendance, I like to have my students count. So I never have more than 10 students in my classroom, so I like to do a count into 10 song, especially when a lot of my students are still learning to count to 10. So once again, this is a video that I download from YouTube, and then I insert in here just to make it that little bit easier and not having to rely on the internet. So I've given you a bunch of different YouTube links that you can try out. These are the ones that we like. This is our favorite. So these are all direct links to YouTube. So a lot of this work is done for you already. Coming up next is how many are here today. So again, like I said, I never have more than 10. So these are done up to 10. But if you have more than 10, you can just copy and change these, and you can insert more text boxes. I've left it completely editable for you, so that should be nice and easy for you. Once again though, once you're making, so I've put the numbers and the words inside a box. You just want to make sure that everything is grouped together. So you see here how it's all grouped as one. And then once again, I like to keep this animated. So again, you can click spin, and I haven't set these up yet because I wanted to show you how to do them. So we're going to go to spin, we're going to go over to animation pane. So this one here now, we're going to click down, and you see how the start effect is always as part of click sequence. So you're going to do on click, and then you're going to click group 38 to spin. So this one, again, we're going to add that spin. So see how it's titled group 39. We're going to want to go down here, on click, group 39. And this one, we're going to want to make it spin. And I mean, there's lots of different animations that you can use. My kids just really like the spin one, and it's really easy to use. So we quite like that one. So again, on click, and this one is group 40. We're going to add this one, spin, animation pane, on click, group 41. We're going to spin, on click, group 42. You can skip forward the next 10 seconds if you don't want to listen to me doing this. I just find that sometimes it's much easier when I'm able to show someone exactly what I'm doing over and over, because for me, the more that I see something, the quicker that I'm able to pick it up. Oops. So we're going to load the animation pane, go down, 46. And again, you can change these as well. It doesn't have to be just the numbers. You can just have text written there as well if you want. So that was 45. 44. Oops. And down to 43. So now when you go to play current slide, so how many are here today? So I usually choose a student to get up, walk around, and gently either tap the other students' heads or point as they count. And then when they've counted how many students are there, they go over and they click it on the board, and it spins round. Now you can actually add in some sounds and things as well if you want. So I don't do that anymore, just because I had a student who got really scared about that once. So I don't tend to insert them, but you are totally welcome to do that. So next we're going to have the days of the week. So once again, I've given you a bunch of different links that you can try out, and then I really recommend downloading them as videos and uploading them onto here. You're going to click the arrow and it's going to take us to what day is it. So once again, you can also try out different ones. So you can grow them as well if you want. There's also ones like Theta. We also like Pulse. But for us, our favorite is usually Spin, just because my students quite like the effect of that and they can really see it. So again, we're going to make sure they're all grouped together so that when you click it, the whole thing clicks and not just, like just the text or just the day sign. So we're going to spin on click 43, spin on click, I think that one was 42, and oops. So we're just going to go back to animations, spin, animation pane, and that one is 41. So now when your students come up and choose what day it is, it's going to spin. Now it will spin all of them. So this isn't great for sort of errorless, but hopefully you'll have students who are able to select the right day with them. So then we go next, and the next one is the weather song. So once again, I've given you a bunch of links here to different YouTube videos. I also highlight what some of our favorite ones are. And again, I would recommend downloading them as videos, and then you can insert them into this slide here. So next is the weather. I'm actually going to show you it in slideshow mode. So for this one, I'll have the students then look out the window and choose how the weather is today. Now, when you click each of these, it's going to take you, when you click these, they are going to spin. And then we're going to click the arrow and it's going to take you to this page. So this is for what should the frog wear in different types of weather. So what your students are going to do is identify what's the appropriate weather for today. And when they click on it, it's going to dress the frog. So let me just show you some of the different ones. So this was this one. Now we're going to go for a sunny day. So the frog is dressed up again. And then we're going to have a rainy day. So he's dressed in his raincoat with his umbrella. And then finally, we've got this one. So this one I like to use for windy, cloudy. It's not quite warm, but it's not too cold either. So then we're going to hit the arrow and it's going to take them to this box. So this is the last song of the day. So I like to have this as a really upbeat song to really start the day. You can put a movement break in here, especially if your students are going to be transitioning to sit at their desks next. So I've put a couple of my favorite songs here that we like to use. And then once that's done, we're ready to work. And that's it. So I hope that helps answer any questions that you may have. If not, just send me an email and I'll help you out.